Guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Golden State Warriors and Dub Nation received an exceptional piece of news that could shape the course of their season. The Golden State Warriors secured a critical victory, one that may prove to be decisive for their playoff aspirations, by defeating the Memphis Grizzlies on the road with a final score of 134-125. It was a hard-fought battle from start to finish, and the Warriors managed to pull off the win largely thanks to the remarkable performance of one player who scored 52 points. We'll dive deeper into his performance in just a moment, but let's take a moment to reflect on what this victory truly means for Golden State. I've called this win essential for their season, as it's a game that propels them beyond simply fighting for a play-in spot in the NBA. No longer are they sitting in 6th place in the Western Conference, they've ascended to the 5th spot, an improvement that significantly boosts their chances. If the NBA playoffs were to begin today, Golden State would face a strong opponent in what would be a 4th versus 5th matchup. Pretty impressive, right? With 7 games remaining, the Warriors maintain that 5th place standing in the Western Conference, a position that seemed unimaginable not long ago. To put things into perspective, the Warriors boast a record of 18 wins and only 2 losses when their key players are on the court together. Since the trade deadline, they've accumulated 18 wins and 5 losses, showcasing an unbelievable turnaround. The energy around the team right now is absolutely contagious, and you can sense that this is a critical moment in their season. I know some might call this an optimistic outlook, and I'm not suggesting that all 931 of you watching this video should rush to hit that subscribe button, but we are closing in on 80 subscribers. If you're a fan of the Golden State Warriors, you'll definitely enjoy what we're doing here, so don't hesitate to subscribe to stay updated with daily news, rumors and live streams. On Tuesday night we had an incredible session with over 200 viewers in the live chat. Simultaneously join us and make us your go-to destination for Warriors content. Now let's take a deeper dive into their Warriors' current standing, because as it turns out, their position in the conference is far more complicated than simply being in 5th place. They're not completely out of the woods yet. They maintain a delicate situation, holding just a half-game lead over the Memphis Grizzlies and a full-game advantage over the Minnesota Timberwolves. However, the Timberwolves are currently trailing by 1 point against the Denver Nuggets, who sit in the 3rd position in the West. This game is crucial for the Timberwolves, and their performance could directly impact the Warriors' seating. Furthermore, Golden State holds the tiebreaker over both Memphis and Minnesota, but they do not have the same advantage over the Los Angeles Clippers, who are just 1 game behind in the standings. Even though they are in the 8th spot as a result, there's still a lot of uncertainty about those precious 5th and 6th spots in the Western Conference. Golden State needs to stay strong and avoid falling into the play-in tournament, which will be a major setback in their postseason quest. The next 4 games will be crucial, as they will face teams that are also fighting to stay out of the play-in tournament. The Phoenix Suns are desperately trying to get into the tournament, and the Warriors will have to face some tough competition ahead. Their first opponent on Thursday will be a strong one, followed by a challenging matchup against the Denver Nuggets on their home turf, a team that has caused them problems in recent encounters. After that, they'll take on the Houston Rockets, a team that has surprised everyone with their remarkable rise this season. Currently sitting in 2nd place in the Western Conference, the Rockets have been playing some of the best basketball in the league, featuring an impressive defense and a roster full of rising young stars. These are some of the most talented teams in the NBA right now. While a win against the Grizzlies was a significant boost, Golden State needs to pick up more victories, especially against these formidable opponents. They'll need to win at least 2 of their next 3 games and then take down the Suns. As the regular season draws to a close, they'll face off against the San Antonio Spurs, Portland Trail Blazers and finally the Clippers in what could be a make-or-break game for their playoff seating on April 13th, the last game of the season. But for now, we shouldn't jump the gun. I want to pose a question to all of you watching this during the stream, what do you think about the Warriors' current position considering their present circumstances and performance so far? What do you believe their final placement in the Western Conference playoffs will be? Ideally they can avoid the play-in tournament because dealing with elimination-style games would definitely be stressful. My blood pressure would certainly rise in such a scenario. Share your thoughts on what position you think Golden State will secure in their comments below. Now let's dive deeper into the analysis of the game. Can you believe the performance we witnessed from the start? It was clear that Steph Curry was primed for an incredible night. Before we analyze his jaw-dropping performances on the court with him hitting shots from virtually every spot, we need to briefly discuss the refereeing, the treatment that Steph receives considering his contributions to the league and how he has transformed basketball is truly baffling. The sheer number of fouls that go uncalled against him is astonishing, especially when a defender is literally hitting him all game long while others play just as aggressively, yet the referees let it slide. The inconsistency was remarkable to watch. There was one instance where a player literally shoved Moses Moody out of bounds and no foul was called. Nothing then on a classic move where Steph faked out a defender who jumped, he drove to draw contact, yet again no foul was called. It was honestly embarrassing. However, what wasn't embarrassing was Street If's performance. 52 points with just 7 of them scored in the fourth quarter, meaning he put up an incredible 45 points through the first 3 periods. He was everywhere that night, whether it was making a beautiful assist or nearly recording a 50-point triple-double. He was actively contributing in rebounds, blocking defenders and intercepting passes to create turnovers. His determination to win this game was undeniable. He wanted it more than anyone else on the floor. Steph truly was all over the place that night, whether dishing out a gorgeous assist or nearly getting a 50-point triple-double. He was there in the rebounds, blocking opponents, intercepting passes and generating turnovers. His drive to win was palpable. He wanted this victory more than anyone, and it was evident throughout the 48 minutes of the game. Welcome to April, where he's playing some of the best basketball of the season right now. He's averaging 52 points this month, something you might not have known. His performance has been absolutely incredible. We'll talk more about this game shortly, diving into more details about him and other players who stood out for the Warriors that night, as several had truly remarkable performances and there were some significant moments from the team's younger players. But before we get into all that, I have to mention that there are platforms out there that make daily fantasy sports a breeze. The concept is simple: pick a lineup of 2 to 6 players based on their projected stats and decide whether you want to bet over or under those projections, whether it's basketball, hockey or baseball, which is in season right now. You can even combine sports into one lineup, as they also offer options for bowling, darts, golf and esports. So pick between 2 and 6 players and bet over or under their projected statistics. These platforms often have great promotions like bonuses when you sign up using a promo code, and you can even place your first $5 bet. And don't worry, you don't have to win it to receive a bonus. They'll give you free money to watch your favorite sports and make real-time earnings. For example, this weekend for the Final Four tournament, I'd bet on players and their respective stats. You can follow my picks or disregard them, but just make sure you do it. Download the app and use the promo code to get your bonus, say total of 14.5 for the impressive Auburn rookie. You can follow my suggestions or take a different route. Just make sure you do it in the right setting. All relevant information will be available in the comments and video description. Today we saw 52 from the athlete, which was extraordinary, but several other players, particularly the 4 starters, had really good performances that night against their opponents. It was incredible to see that the 3-point shooting seemed to have returned to the team, which is a promising sign with just 7 games left in the regular season. As the team fights for a playoff spot, they maintained a 40% average. Once again, it's worth noting that the opposing team also shot 41% from beyond the arc, but the Warriors managed to convert their attempts. They faced some struggles in the third quarter, especially with the absence of one of their key players. To be honest, the team has struggled to generate efficient offense without him. It's not hard to understand that they didn't manage to hit 30 assists that night, which isn't something I'm too concerned about, but what truly stood out was how often they went to the free throw line, making an impressive 28 out of 28 attempts, 100% from the line that night, which is flawless. They forced 16 turnovers and scored 18 points off fast breaks, which was fantastic. In second chance points they scored 19, which was huge. It was clear that everyone was giving their all on every possession throughout the game, and that's exactly what I wanted to see as the team nears the end of this season. It was phenomenal. One player was hitting every shot he received, but can we talk about another athlete? He's gradually starting to stand out, and it's clear he shines in big games, in a game with an atmosphere and stakes resembling those of the playoffs. He scored 27 points and dished out 4 assists. This performance is exactly why he was brought in. It's not just about hitting tough shots, it's about being in the right positions, whether catching a pass or positioning for a cut. His timing, decision and overall actions are crucial, complemented by his tireless defensive effort. He's good at intercepting passes, creating deflections and being a real concern for opponents. His performance has been exceptional. The stats speak for themselves: 18 wins and 2 losses when he and another player are on the court together. As long as they stay healthy and play side by side, the potential for this team is limitless. Additionally, one of the players recorded a triple-double with 13 points, 10 rebounds and 12 assists. Although he tried shooting many times from beyond the arc, taking advantage of the space given by the defense, the focus should be on his impact in other areas. He started strong, hitting his first three-pointer but missed 6 attempts afterwards. Nonetheless, his defensive performance, particularly against a dominant opponent, was impressive. He made life difficult for the opposition all game long, while also helping push the ball up the court and facilitating offensive plays. He gave everything he had on the court, but when the game was tight and the team needed to close it out, he was one of the players who made a huge shot after securing an offensive rebound. A crucial shot was attempted, but he was effective in positioning himself for the rebounds. His performance might not have been flashy, as he didn't hit any long-range shots, but he always puts in the effort and is constantly in the right place at the right time. This player stood out in his pursuit of offensive rebounds. Even though his stats weren't the most impressive that night, he didn't manage to hit a long-range shot, and his consistency in that area remains a work in progress, but it's undeniable that he always positions himself correctly at the crucial moments, giving everything he's got when it matters. That was evident in a game like this, where he secured an offensive rebound and helped put points on the board. What more can you ask of a player? His contribution was vital, especially when he committed a significant foul on his opponent during the game, showing his capacity to make an impact. Additionally, he hit a crucial mid-range shot late in the game, considering that honestly some of his teammates struggled to finish off the game effectively. Another player converted 2 important free throws to extend their lead in the final moments, but we can't forget to mention a third player who hit a three-pointer from the left side, getting his rhythm back. If he can maintain an average of 2 makes out of 5 attempts, this team will have a great chance in a playoff series. He's faced this opponent multiple times and dealt with all the talented ball handlers the opposing team has to offer. If he can keep up that defensive performance and keep giving it his all in the rebounds, he could achieve great things. He made crucial shots when the team needed him most, and while it wasn't his brightest performance, his contributions were significant. Another player deserves some recognition for his relentless effort on the boards. It was genuinely impressive. I want to see more of him in the next games, as he always seems to be in the right positions both offensively and defensively, try to create extra possessions, and his commitment is always total. He's proven to be a valuable player coming off the bench for the team. It seems like he's always well positioned both on offense and defense, always active in deflecting the ball to create extra plays, whether through offensive or defensive rebounds. His effort regarding the boards is admirable, and he represents the type of versatile player the team has been searching for. He managed to score 9 points in the first quarters, although his performance waned in the second half. The second half was especially challenging after that strong first quarter, but it's encouraging to see him keep trying the shots. This is all we can ask for on a daily basis. The dedication he shows is commendable. He's working hard to improve defensively, though he needs to be a little more disciplined in that area. Overall, I like what I saw from everyone on the team that night. Every player gave their all, and if this is the version of the team we consistently see leading up to the playoffs, they will pose a significant challenge in the conference. What can be highlighted from this game beyond the standout performances of certain players? It's a privilege to witness this kind of play. Share your thoughts and stay tuned for updates. The audience is growing and we are nearing a major milestone. The goal is to hit that number by the postseason, so stay informed about the news and rumors as the season progresses. Live events will also be available and we expect everyone to be present at the next meeting. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The Golden State Warriors are reportedly exploring a move that could shake the NBA landscape, acquiring Phoenix Suns superstar Devin Booker. While no official trade talks have been confirmed, speculation is growing that Golden State is considering an aggressive pursuit of the four-time All-Star to bolster its championship aspirations, with Stephen Curry still leading the charge but nearing the latter stages of his career. The addition of Booker could secure Warriors' dominance for years to come. Rumors surrounding Booker's future in Phoenix have intensified, especially after the Suns' recent struggles to remain competitive in the Western Conference. Despite his record-breaking performances and deep loyalty to the franchise, questions linger about whether Phoenix can provide him with a legitimate shot at winning his first NBA title. The Warriors, known for their ability to maximize elite shooting talent, could offer Booker a seamless transition into a system that thrives on offensive versatility and precision. Golden State's potential trade package remains unclear, but it would likely require a combination of young assets, future draft picks and possibly a key veteran piece to entice the Suns in a parting ways with their all-time leading scorer Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody and even Klay Thompson, who has been linked to free agency. Uncertainty could be involved in discussions if the Warriors decide to make a blockbuster offer. The front office is under pressure to build a sustainable core around Curry while still competing at the highest level. Booker's fit alongside Curry and Klay, if retained, would create one of the most formidable backcourts in NBA history, reminiscent of the Warriors' peak years with Kevin Durant. His ability to score from anywhere on the court combined with his underrated playmaking would allow Golden State to remain a perennial title contender. However, financial constraints and the league's new collective bargaining rules could complicate a deal, making it a high-stakes gamble for both sides. As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes are on the Warriors front office to see if they will make a bold move or if this remains just another high-profile rumor. Will Booker's championship dreams align with Golden State's vision, or will he continue to chase glory in Phoenix? The coming weeks could define the next chapter of his career, and the NBA world is watching closely. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next